Okay, we are back and we have a couple of questions. Alright, so first question. What made you take up Islam as you were super committed to Jesus Christ and Christianity? Believing in Jesus Christ, or the Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, is a part of our faith. You cannot be a Muslim if you do not believe in Prophet Jesus Christ. Christianity, however, has attributed divinity to Jesus Christ, and that's not something that we Muslims believe. We believe that he's a prophet, but we don't believe that he's the Son of God. So that's one of the main differences between Islam and Christianity. But you cannot be a Muslim if you do not believe in Jesus Christ, because he is a prophet sent down by Allah to us. How did your family react? Okay, let me tell you a funny story. So my daughter was slightly uncomfortable when I started to wear my hijab in the Philippines and my turban, but she kind of got used to it after that. But when I reverted to Islam, I told my daughter, hey Bubs, Mama removed all of her sexy pictures on Instagram and on Facebook. And she said, Amen. The thing is, you know, my daughter is, I think, more conservative than I am. And she was very happy when I removed all of it. So there. Is your daughter going to convert to Islam? You know, there's no compulsion in Islam. If she decides to look into the religion, I'd be more than happy to assist her. If she wants to remain Christian, you know, she remains a Christian, because we can't force people to believe and to convert. It has to be out of your heart, you know. How did your family react? So, okay. The rest of my family is a totally different story. We are a very conservative Roman Catholic family, and all I can say at this point in time is that Allah is the best at mending everything. There is nothing that he cannot mend, and in his perfect time, I know that the rest of my family will be able to accept the religion and the way of life that I have grown to love. Obviously, it's sad that I'm currently not in communication with some members of my family, but as a 41-year-old woman, I feel that all of the direction, and I know that all of the decisions in my life aren't just random decisions, most especially when it comes to my faith and my religion. A lot of thought went into my conversion and my revert to Islam. It's not like, oh, Islam's cool, let me convert. No. I thought about it. I thought about my family's reaction. But I can't stop myself, because they are predominantly Catholic. It works for them. It has been working for them. But it's not working for me. So life is so short, guys. If something works for you and it doesn't work for the rest of everybody, educate yourself. Read, learn. And then if you decide to make that leap, commit to it. And for me, I'm committed to this faith. I believe in this faith. I love this faith. I love this way of life. And you know, when I reverted to Islam, I know that I will be getting a lot of backlash. But just like all religions, there will be a bad Catholic, there will be a good Catholic, good Christian, bad Christian. good Muslim and a bad Muslim. But I vow to my dying day that I will only be the best representation of what it is to practice Islam and what it is to be a Muslim woman. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about the family bit. But I know that in time, everything will be back to how it was, or perhaps even better. Yeah. Okay, third question. Was your conversion due to marriage? No, I did not convert because I got married. I converted out of my own heart, and yeah, that's it. Do you have a Muslim name? Yes, I have a Muslim name. My Muslim name is Aisha. And no, I am not going to change my passport out of the advice of the Islamic Foundation. Okay. Are you open to dating a non-Muslim guy? I'm not single. Okay. Question number 6. Hardest thing that you had to give up? Okay. There was really nothing difficult for me to give up. A lot of people think that just because I'm Filipino, I eat pork, but I have not touched pork for about 14 years, and being a vegan for almost a year now, there's really nothing that I had to give up food-wise because I don't eat pork. Vegetables are always halal in my, I think they're always halal. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't party. It is kind of difficult to party when you have a demanding job in the morning and you have to train jiu-jitsu after work. So I never really had to give up anything that was very difficult. Okay, what's the best thing about your conversion? One of the best things about my revert to Islam is that I discovered a brand new sisterhood. I have, you know, your revert to Islam, if you decide to do so, will be welcomed with mixed reactions. People can embrace you. A group of people can embrace you, and another group of people will like close their doors on you. And I have always believed that when God closes a door, He doesn't open a window. He opens a gate of opportunities for you. And I've been welcomed dearly by amazing women in the Islamic community here in Dubai, and I can't thank them enough for providing me with knowledge, providing me with encouragement. So I think that's one of the best things that happened after I reverted to Islam. And obviously, like what I was telling you guys earlier, that I truly am at my happiest. I truly am still euphoric. But I don't know, it just really is within. So sisterhood and this amazing happiness and peace that I feel in my heart. So that's the best things about my revert to Islam. Are there any lifestyle changes when you reverted? Nothing really. I still practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. In fact, I had to ask one of my teammates, is it okay if I do practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? And he said, well, you're doing it for self-defense. You don't have any malicious intent. So go ahead and practice Jiu-Jitsu. So basically the only thing that I had to do was to start wearing hijab when I train. And the contrary, guys, it's not restricting. In fact, it has done so much good to my hair, because you know, when you tie your hair in Jiu-Jitsu, what I normally do is I put it in a high ponytail and I braid it and I put it in a bun. And trust me when I say that after sparring, whether you're just going for light rolling or like actual like head-on sparring, you will end up looking like a rag doll. And my hair has suffered from so much damage and breakage that I felt that there was no other way to do my hair and not get it damaged when you do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because you know when they do side control and then they put their hand at the back of your neck, you know, chances are it's gonna get stuck in their hands. So alhamdulillah, my hair is in good shape right now after I started wearing the hijab while I'm training. And in case you guys are looking for a hijab when you train, they have one at Nike at Mercato Mall. And no, I'm not being sponsored by Nike. Okay, challenges that you are facing as a new Muslim. Lifestyle, I don't think there are any challenges as a new Muslim. I do have a cheat sheet when I pray. I still look at videos when I pray because I have not fully memorized our prayers. I think that's the only thing that I think of a challenging part for me. So yeah. What is next for Woman by Anna? So even before my revert to Islam, my beauty aesthetics has always been about enhancing the beauty of a woman without her being unrecognizable to everybody that she sees on a day-to-day basis. So I think that is very much in line with beauty and modesty. So I'm still going to be producing content for the channel. It will still be predominantly beauty related. I'll also be product reviews, makeup, looks, and there are a lot of things going on right now with regards to the brand that I can't tell you just right now until they're rock solid, but watch this space and go onto my social media, and obviously my website is going to be updated for exciting news. Oh, okay, this one. You're all about women empowerment. How do you feel about the role of women in Islam? I really did touch very heavily on that subject, so I think that answers this question. Oh, this is a fashion question. Did I have to overhaul my cabinet when I reverted to Islam? No, not really. These are like, this is a top that I've had for years, and I never really had to overhaul my cabinet. I have a lot of modest clothes, and in the event that I have sleeveless or short dresses, I just need to put on my abaya and head out the door. In fact, I actually prefer wearing abayas because they're comfortable, and I find it very elegant and regal, so I love wearing my abayas. Okay, and I have one more question that's on my phone, so I'll go get that and I'll be back shortly. So my last question is from a very good friend of mine, Alessia. Hello there. So this is a question. What made you make the switch since being a Christian for so many years and being so strong in your faith? How does it feel to cover your hair after years of being in the beauty and fashion industry? Do you feel closer to God by covering your hair? Did it happen overnight, or was it a gradual switch to a new religion? Thanks, Anna. This is very interesting. Okay, like what I said earlier, my journey into Islam wasn't a quest for a new spiritual way of life. It was more of me seeking knowledge. But I believe in serendipity. Reverting to Islam was a serendipitous process, I would say. I was seeking knowledge, but I wasn't prepared to fall in love with a religion and fall in love with a beautiful way of life, but I did. So when it comes to faith, I know that I am barely scratching the surface of my faith. Right now, I am discovering so many more amazing things about my religion that just strengthens my faith even more and my belief that this is the way of life for me. And I know that the best is really yet to come. A lot of us are constantly looking for that which makes us happy and contented. And I believe I found the source of ultimate happiness, and that is knowing that Allah is always going to be there for me, that everything that He does is only for my best, and really the best is yet to come. I hope that answers your question. So the next question into that question is, how does it feel to cover your hair after years of being in the beauty and fashion industry? Girl, let me tell you that covering my hair and switching to modest clothes like wearing the abaya has probably one of the best things since reverting to Islam, like fashion and lifestyle wise. You know, I don't have to think about styling my hair on a daily basis. Like, I wash my hair, I let it air dry, or sometimes I use a dryer, and then I put my headband and then I cover it with my hijab. So it's very practical, it's not time consuming, and I actually like wearing my hijab. And when it comes to like fashion, excuse me, you can still be fashionable with your hijab. This is not the only way for you to wear it. There's also several materials out there: chiffon, crepe, jersey, and also there are a lot of colors that you can wear. And I've worn the hijab as a turban also. Maybe I'll do some videos on that in the future. Do you feel closer to God by covering your hair? When I cover my hair, and when I decided to cover my hair, it wasn't because I wanted to be closer to Him. I think that your closeness to God or to Allah is not determined by you wearing a hijab. What this means to me personally is my reverence to Allah. There are some Muslim women who choose not to wear a hijab, and that's their personal choice. It doesn't make them less pious than us who are using a hijab. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. Okay. Excuse me. Did it happen overnight, or was it a gradual switch to a new religion? I think that my revert to Islam is probably very fast for most. Like the revert stories that I have been listening to on YouTube, some of them actually took a year, or some of them took 2 years. But for me, it was almost like that's it. And each journey is different. So I think mine, to some people's standards, may be faster than normal, but I think that my pace is perfect for my journey and perfect for my pace. Yeah. So I hope that answers your questions, and I am not going to be disabling the comment section to this YouTube video because I want to know what you guys feel. If you've got amazing stories, if you have reverted to Islam, I would definitely love to hear about them.